Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Domino's Diecast. Today I am featuring from my collection my 1953 Buick Skylark in 1/18 scale. This is another one of my favorites. When I first saw this car, I knew I instantly had to have it because I'm a very big fan of Buicks, especially from the 1950s. As you know, classic American automobiles were very large, and this model is also quite large, especially for the 1/18 scale, which is one of my favorites, as I've mentioned before, because I love all the details on it. This car was made by the company known as American Graffiti. Now, I absolutely adore this car very much. Like I said, it is one of my favorites in my collection, but the only thing I don't like about it is the little brand right here of American Graffiti on the side. I kind of consider that a little bit tacky, and I don't really like it there 100%, but I let it slide for this car because it's a Buick and it's from the 50s, and I do love it very much. Also, the fact that it is a very nice sable black color. Buicks in the 50s were among the few cars to actually have spoked wheels, as you can see on this 53 model. Not many cars did that in the 50s. It was considered kind of a thing that was mostly left in the 30s and the 40s. By the time the 50s came along, everybody wanted cars that looked like airplanes. Here's the rear. I really love that big Buick 8 symbol on there. This is a Skylark, but it's also known as a Buick 8. It was the Skylark trim model. So that is the official long name to it. Here is the shot of the interior right here. As you can see, a very beautiful dashboard. I love the steering wheel. Steering wheel actually does work. It will turn the wheels of the car, as you can see down there. I found that to be a very nice touch. We'll open up the doors here on the side. Another thing I really love about this, not one little piece of detail goes unnoticed. Look at that right down there. Written in beautiful cursive is Skylark, right underneath the door. For those of you who don't know, a Skylark is a bird. And here we are, opening up the trunk. There's a nice spare tire in here. It is removable, but I will not remove it for the video because it's difficult to get back in there. So it fits nice and snug, as it should. Pretty good sized trunk too. I love the taillights. Kind of short fins on this one. As you know, cars in the 50s had big soaring tail fins, but this is still the early 50s, so tail fins weren't really large until I'd say about 57. That's when they became very prominent onward into the early 60s. I love the massive hood ornament right here. The front does open, so you can look at the engine. That's as far as it'll open, so I'll try to get you a little bit of a view here. You can see the engine bay right there. Such a beautiful model. I really absolutely love it. I have not ever seen this model ever again in this color. And as you know, according to my name, I love black and white. This is a car that I would love to own in real life. A nice black and white Buick. Not too many cars in the 50s were actually solid black in color, too. You know, when you think of the 1950s, you think of bright pastel colors like blue and pink and yellows, and they're all very beautiful. And then when you see this really stark black Buick driving down the street, it just really grabs your attention. Signifies just how important it is. Now, Buicks, they were a luxury brand, but they were affordable luxury. And this was probably one of their more expensive models, the Skylark. So if you had the money, you definitely got it. I do believe this was actually, now don't 100% quote me on this, but I do believe this is the first year of the Skylark, the Buick Skylark itself. It was in '53. It became a very popular model. They made it well into the 90s, actually. I think that was around the last time they made the Buick Skylark, was in the 1990s. The top does not go up on this car. I try to keep it all in frame because it is quite a long car, but we can view it from the side here. I love the detailing on the seats, black and white seats, which probably would have been leather in its time. Just a very beautiful model that I am very proud to own in my collection. Here's the gas cap here. It does not open. I love how Buick, this is mostly probably Harley Earl's influence. He's the one who designed most Buicks when he worked with GM. I love the nice chrome accent that follows along the car right here. Not too much chrome, as you can tell. And then you have the Buick badge right here on the side too. Just really nice details, and that follows suit on the other side of the car too. It's really nice. Even on the wheels themselves, you can see the Buick symbol right in the middle of the spokes. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed me reviewing my 1953 Buick. You can tune in later on for more episodes and more of the cars from my collection. This is a nice piece of history from the early 50s when cars were becoming even more decadent and futuristic looking. Tune in next time, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.